how are you? It's Megan here, and we are going to make you a fabulous little dinner. Take your mind off all those crazy things going on in the world right now. So tonight we resourced a couple of things here. We got some chicken breast, and I'm going to use some chicken breast. I'm going to cook some chicken breast, and we're going to go into the pantry and find a little sauce in there or something. Oh, look here, I have some Trader Joe's Thai green curry simmer sauce. So we're going to use that on the chicken. We're going to put a few vegetables in there, and then we're going to put it over cauliflower rice. So how about that? I think I'll add a little bit of onion, some garlic as we first cook off the chicken, and then and I also have some fresh ginger we can put in there. And the stuff that's in the sauce, the Thai green curry simmer sauce, all these right here, onion, garlic, ginger, turmeric, lemongrass, all those yummy flavors, and some coconut milk. So a couple other things in there. You can add whatever kind of vegetables you want. So I thought instead of putting it over noodles or rice, we'll make cauliflower rice. So that way we get all the fiber that we need in the cauliflower and make it taste good and keep it light, keep it rolling. So, all right, so we got some chicken breast, and what we want to do to that first is cut that up. So I have a different cutting board, and that cutting board is for chicken, fish, things like that. So I'm going to turn on my burner over here. Actually, I'm going to use the cast iron wok. I love this thing. It's nice and heavy, however. But we're going to warm that up, and we're just going to cook the chicken right in there. And what are we going to do to the chicken? We're going to cut it up. Now, when you're cutting up chicken for what we're doing, kind of like, think of it like stir fry. So we're going to do a little stir fry in there. So I'm going to cut it up to about, nice chunk size, as we're going to also put that right over our cauliflower rice. And we just want to kind of get it in a nice little size. You could also use boneless chicken thighs as well. Those are delicious. I love chicken thighs. However, the store did not have any. I wasn't spending too long in the store, despite all the things that I could find. I didn't want to spend too much time in there, but we did manage to get a few things, and I found myself craving some chicken, so I got that, and a couple of other things, and some cauliflower, of course. And yeah, that's just one piece of chicken right there. That's probably all I'm gonna need. I'm gonna save the other piece for another dish. But we've got, make sure you keep, and we're really good at this now. We're really good at not cross-contaminating anything with, raw meat, raw fish, raw chicken. So right here, I've kept it to a minimum, and I only have one hand that has actually touched the chicken. So it's a good little lesson in washing your hands several times. Or you can, wear your protective gloves. That'll work too. So, all right, we're going to take a little bit of that macadamia nut oil, because I seem to have a wonderful supply of this. This is from Now Foods, and it does have a little higher smoke point, so it can hold up in a hot pan just a little bit better than maybe, say, an olive oil. But you could use your extra virgin olive oil. You could use avocado oil. You could even use coconut oil. So, there's a lot of leeway there. So now we're getting our pan nice and hot. And in the meantime, we're going to put that off to the side, and we're just going to put it in there as we take our washed knife. So we're going to wash that, hot water. I'm singing happy birthday twice as I wash that. So nice hot water and soap. And take your knife. We're going to get a little bit of onion going here. So I got some red onion. I think I have yellow onion too somewhere. So it doesn't really matter what onion you're going to use. So just use what you have, because that's kind of the name of the game these days. Use what you have. And we're going to peel that. Now, depending on what kind of cut you want in there, I don't want maybe just a diced onion, so I'm going to cut off both ends, and we're going to cut it a little differently. So we're going to cut it right from the side, and when we turn it around, we can cut it this way. So of course, Mother Nature gives us that one cut, right? So we can make a nice little bit of, get those little green parts out of there. Obviously it's been here for a couple weeks. So we're gonna break up that onion, and then we're gonna saute that onion and throw a little garlic in there as well. And we're gonna do that in our separate pan while the chicken is cooking. So we're trying to kind of consolidate all of the things you do to make a meal. So, all right, that feels pretty good. So we're gonna pop that in. And we wanna do it in a single layer right in your pan. Get a little bit of spatula there. And a little bit of salt. And with this recipe, which isn't even a technical recipe yet, we're going to be able to use that sauce, and we'll put it right in there with the chicken. And then when we cook our cauliflower, we'll be ready to eat it. So, all right, with my other pan, I'm going to turn that burner on, and I just have a regular saute pan here, and we're going to cook a few of those onions. All right. Now, at this point, we could add a little pepper in here as well. And for our, that over there, and our oil, we're going to put a little bit of oil in this pan as well. Cook those onions. And pop them in. So we'll cook those down a little bit, and then we'll throw a little bit of garlic in there. And we're also going to put the onions with the chicken. So we have a few bit more vegetables that are going in there. So these are the things you want to keep on hand. Garlic, onions, ginger, all these things that are going to help your immune system at this time. So anything, of course, with vitamin C in it. A lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits. A lot of fruits have vitamin C. And then vitamin D. If you can't get outside, at least put your face up to the sun at some point during the day, because the vitamin D is also feeding our immune system, and a little bit of sunshine is going to go a long way these days, because it's also going to help your mood. And when you have a positive mood, everything else kind of falls into place, doesn't it? All right. So kind of get those things rolling there. And in the meantime, I have my food processor. And the food processor, we're just going to use that S-blade. We're going to take some of those cauliflower florets, and we're going to pop them right in there, and we're going to make our cauliflower into riced cauliflower. So a couple of pulses on that, and you don't have to buy it already riced. If you buy it already riced, then a lot of times it's frozen. So when you thaw it, it becomes really watery, and I just find that when you do your cauliflower this way, if you rice it yourself, if you have a food processor, of course, or you can chop it on your board as well. So that's pretty darn fast for riced cauliflower, isn't it? So we're going to break up a few more. So that riced cauliflower, the ones that don't get out, we're going to have to pull those out or get broken down. And we can put them into another bowl. So this here,
Amani?
What's that?
Your Uncle Bill?
Uncle Bill, happy birthday! Yes, that's Uncle Bill. You made it. Awesome. Uncle Bill, happy 90th birthday to the man who is actually my godfather and my uncle. And wow, you know, God bless you, man. It's so awesome. I love bragging about you, telling people that my uncle's 90. They're like, it makes me all the bit more young, right? All right, so well, I hope your birthday was as fun as mine. I didn't see your Facebook party, but you know, maybe you're just taking it easy out there. All right, so easy peasy. So we got some more of our rice cauliflower. Super easy to do. No excuses now. So, all right, we'll put that up there. Yeah, we're gonna get those. I think I need a sous chef around here. Get some of those onions cooked up. The chicken seems good. So if we take that chicken and we can open our sauce and pour that right in. I typically don't use jarred sauces, but just right now, somebody had said, hey, can you make something with what's in the pantry? So I'm like, opened up the pantry, and this is the first thing I saw. My hands are wet. All right, so get the jar opener. There we go. And I'm gonna put the sauce right in there with the chicken. And then we're gonna recycle that, right? I don't even know if the recycling center is open. So we'll get that warmed up. And I'm gonna actually take those onions and just put them in there with it. And swirl that around. Alright, so next up, we're gonna take that same pan and put a little bit more oil in there. And we're going to take that riced cauliflower and we're going to put it in the pan, just cook it for about 1 to 2 minutes. You're done, you're good. So, all right. And then we have some fresh ginger. We can do more garlic. There is some garlic in there. In fact, you know, it is, you know, that time of year. We can still always have garlic on hand because it is antiviral and antibacterial. And it's just too easy to have around. So nice, fresh, and easy. So we can just chop up that garlic and we're gonna pop it in to the chicken with the sauce and the onions. And that way, it will help increase our immunity and keep our immunity strong. So, all right. Hey, so did anybody hear that, kind of a funny note, that the alcohol sales have doubled across America? I wonder what that's all about. So, you know, it's good to have a little something on hand just in case, but if you do that, you know, always be careful. You want to make sure you're always hydrating as well. So, all right. Whew. So we're going to get that sauce all stirred up with some onion. And we just cooked those onions for like 2 minutes on there. And we're going to take that cauliflower. And basically you're just sauteing it, and we're using this instead of rice. You could use rice, you could use noodles, you could use, you know, whatever you have. And then kind of get it in a flat layer in the pan. We're going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. Ooh, we could probably use some chili peppers as well, some red flake chili pepper. But with cauliflower, what's so nice about using rice cauliflower is that it cooks so quickly and you really don't have to do much to it. So, all right, so let's see. Got a little piece of fresh ginger. So I'm going to just take my peeler and get a little bit of fresh ginger so we can add more ginger to this dish. And ginger, oh, so good for the body, great for healing, for calming down anything in your belly. If you're ever feeling a little nauseous or something like that. Little ginger tea, always good. Anything with ginger in it is always going to be a plus. So we can take our microplane and we're just going to create. All right, turn that down. I'm going to throw it right here in our pan. To me, I feel like there's never too much fresh ginger, so kind of like that with garlic as well. So, all right. Okay, and we'll get our cauliflower. And the cauliflower is gonna, look exactly the same whether it's cooked or not. So, just want to make sure it's warmed up, and it wouldn't hurt you if it wasn't all the way cooked because we eat raw cauliflower all the time too. So it's kind of one of those vegetables that are very versatile, and just kind of depending on how much you want on the end of that dish to how cooked you like it or how cooked you want it. So just gonna grab my spoon. And the burner, I turned it down a little too low, so I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. So we've got our chicken is pretty much done. I'm gonna turn off the burner. So that cast iron pan really holds a lot of heat. So that's still bubbling. So we're ready to go on that, on the chicken. And we'll just kind of hang here, wait for the cauliflower. Now, if you have some cilantro, something like that, cilantro would be great in this dish. You could use some extra limes. You could use some extra coconut milk if you want to do that. I think the extra pop of ginger is really going to make this delicious. So, all right. So we'll take that cauliflower and put it on the bottom, just like we would our rice. And, ooh, yum. All right, and that's gonna be pretty filling. I mean, it'll be filling to a point, but we gotta start noticing how full we get every time we eat. I mean, part of the healthy eating 101 lifestyle is to eat to 80% full. So 80% full means you still have a little bit room in your belly to digest all that food that you ate. And a lot of times it's when we eat certain combinations of things as well. So that make us a little more full. When you go out for steak and potato, sometimes it's a little too much because those digestive enzymes are competing for all that room in there, and sometimes the digestive enzymes compete too much, and then the process of digestion actually slows down. So here we go. So we're gonna bring this over here. Yum! Oh my gosh, this smells delicious. Cousin Dan said, I think you were talking about smell-o-vision the other day. Like, ooh, I wish I could put this right through the camera. So maybe that's what we do in the future, in our whole new world order here. So, all right, I'm gonna get a little bit here. And so we have that chicken, very easily cooked. I did a little bit of the onion. I sauteed that ahead of time. So the onions are still pretty solid. They're not, super cooked, but again, it's one of those ways that you like it is the way you should cook it. So, ooh, yum. All right, gosh, I wish I had some parsley or some cilantro here. What do I have? All right, so you could kind of put any vegetable in there. So it was, we could put artichokes in there if you wanted to do that. And, you know, we could put some zucchini in there as well. Here's sauce. I'm going to do extra sauce here. All right, so that was chicken in our wok. Very quickly, easily, and oh, that's pretty yum. All right, so we get our salt, our pepper. It's already got a kick to it because there's green chili in there, and yum. Oh, that's nice. Something super quick, super easy. You'll feel good about making this. You know, if you can, I can look online, or you can look online if you want to try to find a recipe to match that sauce in the jar. So it's a green curry, coconut milk, green curry, so you can also make your own. And this was just part of the challenge of making something from the pantry. So super simple, super easy. This is better than takeout because it just is, and it's a lot cheaper than takeout. So anyway, hope everybody's doing great on this Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Who knows what day it is, but has been a sunny day here in Georgia, and we're just hoping for many more sunny days. Everything's starting to bloom. The pollen is flying around like crazy, and we are grateful to have the beautiful weather here in the springtime. So hopefully everybody out there can find something to eat, find something in the pantries, find something in the fridge, you know, lots of delivery services, things like that. So check it out. I'll post a picture of this so you can all look at it. I'll include all the ingredients. If you want to go to my website for a bunch of recipes, healthyeating101.com. I've got a ton of recipes on there, all sorts of different ones based on what's been growing in the garden, you know, because that's how we should actually shift our mindset of eating. Think of the vegetables first, and then the proteins can be a different thing. So plus you'll get along with all your vegan friends a lot better too. So anyway, so you can go to the Instagram. My Instagram is chefmegan101. That is real. Lots of pictures of food and ideas for you to maintain and continue a healthy eating lifestyle. So have a great night, everybody. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be here more this week. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night.